गीत को रोकना चाहते हैं, वो हमारे गीत को रोकना चाहते हैं। खामोशी तोड़ो वक्त आ गया, खामोशी तोड़ो वक्त आ गया, खामोशी तोड़ो वक्त आ गया।
ये जो आर्टिकल 1 है ह्यूमन राइट्स डिक्लेरेशन का, जिसको अंग्रेजी में कहा जाता है ऑल ह्यूमन बीइंग्स आर बोर्न इक्वल एंड फ्री इन डिग्निटी एंड राइट्स, ये हम में से कोई भी न भूले। हमको सबको याद रहे कि हर इंसान आज़ादी का, इज्जत का अधिकार लेकर पैदा होता या होती है। हर एक के अधिकार हैं, हर एक की आज़ादी है, हर एक की अस्मिता है। और हम अपने काम के दौरान, अपनी ज़िंदगी के दौरान अगर इस एक मूल मंत्र को याद रखेंगे तो मुझे लगता है दुनिया में न्याय और शांति हो सकती है। 10 दिसंबर ह्यूमन राइट्स डे तो बरसों से हम सब मनाते आए हैं। इस बार हमने संगत में सोचा कि इस दिन को अलग अलग मनाने की जगह हम लोग मिलकर ये दिन मनाएं, और फिर हमने पहल की और 30 ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हिंदुस्तान से और दक्षिण एशिया के कुछ ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हमारे साथ मिले, और इसीलिए हम लोगों ने इसको इकट्ठे मिलकर बनाया।
Let me greet all of us together. Today is Human Rights Day. It's 10th of December, and we will be commemorating the Declaration of Human Rights today, as we do every year. I think this year in particular, it's a very important time for us to remember what human rights is, because we have been struggling for democracy. To many of us, democracy means that we should get our voices heard, that we should have fundamental freedoms in all our countries, that we should have state systems that are responsive to people's needs, particularly the right to life, the right to livelihood, the right to freedom from torture, and so on. In South Asia, because the violations of human rights are taking place in all our countries, and we need to resist this together in order to have a more democratic process, a more democratic practice in our countries.
सबैभन्दा पहिला चाहिँ मेरो लागि मान्छेको घाँस पास र कपासको ग्यारेन्टी हुनु नै मानव अधिकारको कुरा हो। र यति मात्रै होइन, मान्छेले स्वस्थ भएर बाँच्न पाउनु पर्यो, त्यो पनि स्वस्थ वातावरणमा उसले आफूलाई स्वस्थ शरीरसँग बाँच्न पाउनु पर्यो र स्वतन्त्र भएर बाँच्न पाउनु पर्यो। यो नै मेरो लागि मेरो देशको सन्दर्भमा र साउथ एसियाको सन्दर्भमा मानव अधिकारको कुरा हो।
It will be our appeal to the world human rights associations and human rights forums to keep in mind that a country like Bhutan also exists where there is a lot of sufferings for want of human rights and justice. For South Asians, what we see is that India has to play a major role in this because India being the largest democracy as we worship the democracy as, we look forward to India to play better and meaningful role in bringing all the South Asian nations within the peaceful forum of the human rights justice.
We want to have a one South Asia without barriers, without conflicts, and with people living together, understanding our diversity and respecting it. I think all of us who are working with people, whether we be activists, whether we be researchers, whether we be in different positions within the government or whatever sector, we need to look deep into ourselves, and we need to look at the surroundings around us and where we are, to take stock of ourselves, and also to see what can we do to make the world a better place. It's important that people all over the world learn to value and understand what human rights actually is. It's not just having the right to be able to say what you wish to say. It's not only just taking the issue of some victim who needs your support. It's a whole question of looking at it in a very holistic manner in terms of what rights for everybody are, including those who are different from you. So I think it's time, looking at it from a very global perspective, that we need to raise our voices, really be strong in terms of raising the voices against globalization, against the onslaught of private companies, the privatization of all our natural resources, the exclusion of all our people, and the inability for individuals who do not have the privilege to be able to decide what they wish to do, to be able to survive with dignity.
Today, we call upon the South Asian communities, as you mark 10th December, we all know that we have a big struggle for democracy, struggle to establish rule of law in Sri Lanka, in Pakistan, in Nepal, in India, and in Maldives. We join hands with you in your struggle, and I think we have to move forward. We've gained in this struggle during the last so many years. We have drawn inspiration and strength from our South Asian colleagues in struggle. Let's continue this struggle, and let's say victory to the struggles of the people of South Asia.
The most important point to be observed on this day is that Universal Declaration of Human Rights was meant for all people. It was meant to guarantee the basic entitlements to all people without regard to their belief, their color, their race, their social status. But in South Asia, we have been guilty of neglecting the underprivileged. Our poor still do not find a way of getting themselves elected. The poor do not have the right to work. There is great discrimination against the vulnerable, especially women. The Dalits in all countries of South Asia are deprived of their basic fundamental rights, and we are ignoring our children. We send our children to work while they should be at school, they should be studying, they should be building their future.
In the South Asian context, I think the Sri Lankan human rights activists have been cornered and isolated, and the Sri Lankan current regime is targeting these human rights defenders and accusing them of working with the Western countries. What we need right now is our South Asian civil society groups to help us to fight against the human rights struggle that we have in Sri Lanka. So I think at this point I'm actually appealing to all the civil society groups in the South Asian countries to come join hands with Sri Lankan human rights defenders to win our human rights struggle.
We are one. South Asians are for human rights. हम देख रहे हैं कि हमारे सब देश जो कि साउथ एशिया का हिस्सा हैं, इन सब देशों में इस वक्त जो इंसानी हकूक़ हैं वो डामाडोल हैं, और रियासत जो है, जो हमारी स्टेट्स हैं, वो इनफरादी यानी कि पर्सनल ह्यूमन राइट्स पे वो गालिब आना चाह रहे हैं। इस वक्त हम देखते हैं कि तस्वीरें बनाने वाले, शेर कहने वाले, गाने वाले और सोच रखने वाले लोग जो हैं उनके मुंह बंद किए जा रहे हैं और उनको हिरासा किया जा रहा है, जेलें भरी जा रही हैं। हम ये चाहते हैं कि हम सब एक होकर अपने जो तमाम देश हैं साउथ एशिया के, एक होकर आवाज़ उठाएं और कहें कि बोल बोल के लब आज़ाद हैं तेरे, बोल के ज़बां अब तक तेरी है, बोल के ज़िंदा है सच अब तक, बोल के जान अब तक तेरी है। तो आए एक होकर आवाज़ उठाएं और कहें कि ये खामोशी का वक्त नहीं, बोल।
हम हमारी आवाज़ उठा रहे